A very good evening to you all. Thank you for watching UBC Television. My name is Wadulo Arnold, and I'll be giving you the news tonight for the next 30 minutes. And without further ado, let's get straight into the bulletin. The Prime Minister, Robina Nabbanja, has underscored government's agenda on increased access to education and high participation of women in decision-making positions. While officiating at the third Women's Banquet and 90-day Women Campaign, Premier Nabbanja encouraged women in leadership to support and motivate young women to take advantage of the leadership spaces. More details in this report.
Recent reports indicate an increase in the number of women in leadership positions and in higher decision-making positions. Women representation at all levels accounts for 45%. In the legislature, women representation is 34%. During the Women's Banquet and 90-day campaign, women in leadership encouraged young women to position themselves and also be change makers, irrespective of their status.
What we must realize is that until we have equal opportunities, we can never develop. That one is a fact. We can even take it at family level. If we have a family that only advances one gender and ignores the other, it can never develop at its full potential. The gender that is marginalized will always be a burden to the gender that's prioritized.
The Director Path Uganda, Dr. Mirembe, applauded government for providing space for education for all. She also commended government for its strides in reducing maternal mortality and reducing the HIV prevalence among young women.
To the leadership of this country, especially His Excellency the President, for all that has been done in this space. But we also acknowledge all leaders at different stages for all things that you have done and kept us going.
The Vice Chairperson, Private Sector Foundation Uganda, Sarah Kajingo, noted that although women form the biggest percentage in the private sector, there are still limitations towards their performance, like heavy taxes and high collateral for loan acquisition.
The cost of capital in Uganda is still high. And while women are very entrepreneurial, access to finance, Right Honorable Prime Minister, is a challenge for women because we do not own collateral. The land titles, the homes are not owned by us. But even if we do, the interests are very high.
Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja, who was the chief guest at the event, noted that the proportion of women who are in decision-making positions and also property owners has significantly increased compared to the past. She attributed the results to the government's agenda of women empowerment.
This year's 90-day Women Campaign, whose theme is women economic empowerment, financing, leadership, and health. This theme was brought to cabinet and we passed it because you really see that it is very important and it is truly relevant to the programs the NRM government under the wise leadership of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has pursued over the years to facilitate women empowerment and gender equality.
Nabbanja challenged women in decision-making positions to be champions in supporting young women to embrace leadership opportunities, irrespective of their status. Nonetheless, Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja was dismayed by school dropout rates of girls, which caused setbacks towards women empowerment.
Despite all these achievements, we still have high dropout rates and low completion rates in schools. And to me, this has negatively impacted on our achievement as women. And so I request that fellow women who are here, let us fight to make sure that even the poor can go and attain education in government schools.
This year's Women's Banquet brought together women from all levels of leadership and was celebrated under the theme Invest in Women and Accelerate Progress. Susan Nawanga, Andrew Sebira compiled this report.
And the Atomic Energy Council has encouraged or engaged with security agencies and key stakeholders in nuclear safety and security. A team of senior officers from the Central Region acquired skills in policy and best practices regarding the peaceful application of nuclear technology. The CEO for the Atomic Energy Council proposes the inclusion of nuclear technology studies in police trainings to have an informed force on the consequences and opportunities in nuclear application. More details in this report.
The Atomic Energy Council is proposing the integration of nuclear studies into the training programs of the Uganda Police Force and other agencies to foster awareness of the need to safeguard the population against the potential impact of nuclear energy misuse.
By the time an officer comes out to do his duties, will be also aware of the aspect of nuclear security and what it involves. This is because nuclear material and radioactive sources are within us. So these have to be guarded, and the people who guard and safeguard them need the knowledge of what they are, their consequences, and so on.
Security forces play a crucial role in the peaceful application of nuclear energy technologies due to their involvement in activities where nuclear energy is applicable.
Security agencies are very essential in ensuring that access to radioactive sources does not happen without authorization. This is because if such access happened without authorization, this can end up being used for ill motives.
Hence, we must have a multi-agency approach in safeguarding against theft, sabotage, unauthorized access, illegal transfer of nuclear or radioactive material within our communities.
Security agencies manage events with large crowds, such as Martyrs' Day, national events, and strategic facilities. These places often contain radioactive material used for crime prevention but also emit radiation. A group of senior officers from the Central Region have undergone nuclear safety and security awareness by the Council to impart fundamental concepts about radiation and perspectives on global nuclear threats.
You are mandated with protection of life and property, but security begins with you. So in case of anything, you are the first responders. How would you protect yourselves before you protect others?
What I will do now is just to improve on enlightening them, sensitizing them, so that when they see something similar or they suspect to be of radioactive nature, they call us and we ensure that it's brought to order.
Incidents, especially through community policing, we usually teach people about devices that are suspicious. So whenever they get them, they call us and we respond. We usually call our counter-terrorism police to assist us. For us, we go and secure the scene where the item is. Then counter-terrorism police comes in to remove it and identify which material it is.
The Council continues to involve security agencies at all levels to equip them with necessary information to respond to the needs in nuclear technology. Tony Kent Chaze, UBC News.
The Ministry of Education and Sports is doubling down on the implementation of the Technical Vocational Education and Training TVET policy of 2019, aiming to enhance skills development and cultivate graduates capable of thriving in the competitive labor market. Dr. Ruth Aisha Kasolo, the chairperson of the Industrial Training Council, the governing body of the Directorate of Industrial Training, made this revelation while presiding over the graduation ceremony for the Directorate staff here in Kampala.
A total of 53 members of staff from the Directorate of Industrial Training have earned postgraduate diplomas, bachelor's and master's degrees in various fields of study from institutions such as Uganda Management Institute, Makerere University Business School and Kyambogo University. This achievement was made possible through financial support provided by the Directorate of Industrial Training and the Industrial Training Council.
I want to ensure that as you do your PhD, as you do your master's, as you add on your degree, people should see a difference in you. There are many people that have added on degrees and diplomas and PhDs, but you don't see any changes in the way they work. So I want to ask you, because DIT has invested in you, so the way you do your work now should change.
Dr. Ruth Aisha Kasolo, chairperson of the Industrial Training Council, the governing body of the Directorate of Industrial Training, emphasized the Directorate's commitment to fostering the development of high-caliber graduates who are tuned to the needs of the labor market.
We have empowered you. You go and conquer the world. If your education can help you get another better opportunity, it is okay. DIT will be happy. And you remain our ambassador. You get my point? That is what we are looking out for. If it means by educating you, you are now going to think for DIT and be innovative and think about an interesting program. I have always told the director, I am interested in research. DIT, we are weak on research. I don't want to have so many masters and so many degrees and we don't have research.
Commending the Directorate of Industrial Training for investing in staff capacity building, Dr. Kasolo encouraged the graduates to leverage their advanced postgraduate knowledge for impactful outcomes. Dr. Patrick Byakatonda, Director of the Directorate of Industrial Training, underscored the importance of ongoing training initiatives to bolster the Directorate's effectiveness, particularly in the realms of assessment and certification.
As a directorate, we invest in our human resource. We have supported our staff to get PhDs, to get master's degree, to get international qualifications. And we hope that is our dream, that we make them competitive on the world market. In order to assess and certify international, we need highly qualified manpower in DIT, and that is what we have embarked on. That is the journey with support of the Industrial Training Council.
Expressing gratitude, the graduates lauded the Directorate of Industrial Training and the Industrial Training Council for their unwavering financial support throughout the academic pursuits.
I want to take this chance to thank our council, that is the Industrial Training Council, for enabling us and sponsoring our education. And I also want to thank the director.
I'm going now to use the skills and knowledge which I have acquired to enhance my performance as far as work is concerned. I would also like to utilize this opportunity to thank the Directorate of Industrial Training, and in particular the Industrial Training Council and the Director DIT for supporting us.
Now, information communication technology, ICT, is being leveraged to create solutions for most challenges, like those that hinder effective delivery of services within the public and private sectors. For instance, absenteeism in schools and health facilities are being tackled using digital innovations. Adiana Kuti has a detailed report.
For a long time, government institutions like health facilities and schools have suffered challenges of absenteeism, a factor that impacts negatively on the quality of services. With advancement in innovation, such challenges are minimized using digital tools. For instance, the Ministry of Education and Sports has made use of innovation services by Planet Systems Limited to curb absenteeism for both learners and teachers.
Before we came on, they had the problem, which they came to us and we offered them a solution. And their problem was the absenteeism of teachers and subsequently the absenteeism of learners in school. So with the introduction of this system, we've been able to see an increase in the attendance of teachers, which has also enabled the increase in the attendance of learners in schools.
Planet Systems Limited uses Stellar System in all government schools, as Jane Ebuk, the systems support manager, explains.
We are in all schools and institutions in Uganda. We started this project as a pilot, and we scaled up, and now we have rolled out. So we are in 13,931 schools and institutions. We are in 12,454 primary schools, 1,329 secondary schools, and 148 certificate awarding schools.
Utilization of information technology products and services is becoming crucial in improving the delivery of services.
In the context of education, we automate the processes that go on at school to cut the cost of running a school and to minimize the usage of paper and usage of internet and power. In this context, we have built a platform that helps to capture what's going on at school at any one time, including attendance in the morning, what goes on in the classrooms in terms of timetable coverage, and how to simplify supervision around the school using smartphones, sensors, and CCTV cameras.
Government has now been urged to invest more in supporting innovations in order to tackle some of the prevailing challenges.
NRM delegates in Dokolo District have endorsed the 2021 general election district woman member of parliament flag bearer Adongo Janet Rose Elau as the candidate for the forthcoming by-election. This was arrived at on Saturday, 2nd March 2024, during a one-day district leaders conference convened by the Deputy Secretary General Rose Namayanja at Dokolo Technical School in Dokolo District.
At 8 a.m. of Saturday, 2nd March 2024, NRM delegates across Dokolo District started making their way to Dokolo Technical School. Here they were attending the party district expanded conference, seeking to mobilize support for Adongo Janet Rose Elau, the candidate of Dokolo District Man MP by election.
So we have invited this meeting in order for us to try and have unity, and we all speak the same voice as leadership of Dokolo. And secondly, we want our leaders to mobilize for the candidate.
The conference attended by party national leaders led by the Deputy Secretary General Rose Namayanja Nsereko unanimously voted in support of Janet Adongo Rose Elau to carry the flag.
We want to thank those that had come up thinking that we are going to have primaries. They had come up, but out of them, majority have come up back and say we are moving with a candidate. So we want to thank them most sincerely, and that's what multi-party politics is all about.
The prerogative of organizing this conference largely lies in the office of the NRM Electoral Commission, working hand in hand with the Secretariat. Director in charge of mobilization in NRM party, Rosemary Nanso Bugaseninde, as usual, has been the day's foot soldier to organize this conference.
As a party, we have taken trouble to meet all the candidates that are intending to stand as the independents, but NRM leaning. Of course, in the party, we don't have any language like NRM leaning. They call themselves NRM leaning, but we don't have that kind of term. But we took trouble to invite them, talk to them, and request them to step down for the candidate.
According to NRM, they are aiming at nothing else this time round other than victory.
Have the victory, at least we shall have the victory, because we are having support on our flag bearer.
Dokolo needs right now is one that supports the government, because we are not electing a government. The government is already elected. All we need now is one who can lobby, who can easily get services from the ruling government. It is easier for an NRM person now to lobby from other entities of government than bringing an opposition MP.
What we need to achieve out of this meeting is to ensure that we win this election. We want to appeal to the people of Dokolo to remember that it is the NRM government in power.
As long as resources will reach us in time, we are optimistic and sure that we are going to get to the ground and convince our people to vote us.
However, for Dokolo community is reminding NRM about the pending and fulfilled pledges.
We are also requesting for the school bus for Dokolo Technical. That the president pledged for.
To support my flag bearer, we need to be united, but more there are environment issues which the NRM faces and will face during these campaigns, particularly the issues of the bad roads.
My interest of going to Parliament is actually to go and follow up. There are so many pledges that the President has made in Dokolo. that need to be followed up.
The nominations of this by-election is programmed to happen on 10th and 11th this month, with elections scheduled for 21st March 2024. I'm Robert Nyango for UBC News, Dokolo District.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour foam? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with pack. It is a new improved more with Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a more with Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the sense. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Herbal Jelly and Herbal Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit All Day Confidence.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Special announcement. The Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, NRM, informs party members and the entire public that the membership registration exercise will run from Wednesday 13th to Sunday the 17th of March 2024. You are therefore requested to go to your branches or villages to participate in the display, update, and registration of your details. Those confirmed dead, left the area, or crossed to other political parties should be publicly deleted from the register, while the new residents and those who have come of age be added. Please note that every member must show up in person, and only registered individuals will participate in the internal party structure elections and party primaries.
As Uganda and as UBTS, we are hosting a high-level scientific blood transfusion congress from the 4th to the 7th of March at Peak Resort, Munyonyo. I call upon everybody to come and attend this important congress where we shall share knowledge, expertise, and new innovations in the field of blood.
ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We'll now take you into the world of sports. The 2024 National Chess Championship has climaxed with International Master Arthur Segwanyi crowned among the men and honor held by women candidate Master Shakira Ampaire among the ladies. John Ban-Sentamu with a detailed report.
Going into the final round of the 2024 National Open Chess Championship, only International Master Arthur Segwanyi was assured of his position in the Open category. For 4 slots to earn a place on the national team, 5 players vied. Ultimately, FIDE Master Haruna Nsubuga survived a Matthew Mwase scare. FIDE Master Patrick Kauma beat fellow FIDE Master Bob Bibasa. Nyola Waswa drew with IM Segwanyi, while candidate Master Emmanuel Egesa huffed and puffed before edging Norman Magino. This meant that Rajab Kamoga, who only managed a draw with Abdu Wagodo, missed out. For his exploits, champion IM Arthur Segwanyi, who confessed rustiness after a while out balancing sport and professional career as a pharmacist, won himself a titled land.
One thing I would advise the youngsters is to work hard. If you're going to do both sports and academics, it means that you have to make some sacrifices. Probably you may not watch so many movies. Probably you may not play so many video games. But there is always a sacrifice that you make.
Uganda Chess Federation President Emmanuel Mwaka prides in the players whom he vows to grow through tangible reward for their talents.
When you look at empowering players, we've crossed the border at this point. When the player in the open category wins titled land, this champions mindset change in sports. When players in the ladies category come up with special prizes that they're going to win, it's a new chapter in chess. This has not happened before in the ladies championship, where we give them. The prizes have always been that you are a patriot, so you're going to represent your country. So you fight for that one slot, that one opportunity to either get on the plane, represent the country, and many other things. It's like, so this has been a transition point, and we are saying Uganda Chess Federation is now championing mindset change, but at the same time, ensuring sustainable development through wealth creation for players.
This tournament has revealed new kids on the block for national team representation, highlighted by debutants Nyola Waswa and Sana Omprakash, who share their experiences.
I did expect to finish among the top 5 because I trained for 3 months for this tournament. So I was expecting to play at my highest level this time.
And this tournament, at first I was a bit shaky, then eventually I caught up, and hopefully I'll be able to play more, represent Uganda in more tournaments.
Woman candidate Master Shakira Ampaire beat the ladies during a championship in which she faulted against a woman FIDE Master Ivy Amoko, Penyina Nakabo, and to youngsters Patricia Kauma, Caroline Nabirie, and Sana Omprakash.
It speaks that the younger girls, our junior counterparts, are rising faster and in a fast pace. When you look at the African chess tournaments and the African chess performances, our juniors are one of the best juniors in Africa. So we have been training them and also giving them our time as senior female chess players. So we want them to do well and want them to be able to come and be a very good legacy for us once we are busy or once we leave.
Patricia Kauma, Sana Omprakash, Penyina Nakabo, and woman FIDE Master Ivy Amoko, who needed a draw in the final round against Patricia Kauma, completed the ladies' national team. The top 5 players will represent Uganda at the World Chess Olympiad in Hungary later this year, while the top two earn a slot at the inaugural BRICS Games in Russia. The next event on the Federation calendar is the cash-laden Sajawood Easter Chess Cup, which is the first Grand Prix event of the year and will be hosted at Nobview Hotel in Intinda starting 29th March till 1st April.